For these, I pretty much use all these tools all the time. So needle nose, flat nose, bent, round nose, clippers. They're your good friends. So I will size this to my finger just because I'll show you that. Yeah, if you're sizing someone else, or I don't know, I don't usually do myself like this, but I would put it right on, and pricked myself in the last video. Ignore that. Or be forewarned that you might prick yourself at some point if you're working with guitar strings, or any sharp string, I imagine. So I put this right on, and then kind of, you know, pull the sides, size the finger. For myself, I'm gonna just guess, and then size from there. Obviously too big. Okay. Make sure you maintain the circle. Okay, run around as many times as you want to the thickness that you want. Tight now for my fingers, but that's okay. Let's see. Now you'll decide what you want and how you want to do it. I've got more string to work with over here, so this one I might just leave right there. I have the opportunity to clip and solder him there and never have to worry about him again unless he comes undone. Or I can bend these into loops and make some sort of design with that. But I'm going to use this one and begin to wrap him. I like to make these little detail loops. Careful with these sorts of pliers. They will mess up your string. The coating, whatever's on it, will scratch off. So be mindful of that. With those bent ones, they are flat surface, so it's a little better. You just need them for different things you'll play with. I'm gonna keep going. I'm thinking ahead to what I'm gonna do with the ball of the string. I'm going to add eventually right here. So I'm debating on doing that now. I don't think I pulled one out yet. Like a thicker pile, which is good. The higher gauge, or the higher strings, the thinner gauge, I don't know if they're higher or lower gauge, they don't work as well like these ones. This one's pretty good, but if it was the higher string, thinner gauge from this, they don't hold well when working with a ring. I would even question that one. I'll use a stronger one. Okay. I don't need all of this string, so I'm going to, for sake of this video, just cut it right here so that I can get rid of that unruly piece at the end quickly. And I'm going to slide him through these loops that I just made. We'll be going with the turn of the ring. So I could have added him on before. Haven't made one in a while, so I forget my flow, which is different anyway for everyone. So sometimes things just become what they are after, and you gotta work with it. So that's good there. I think I want him right up against those details. And I'm gonna continue the wrap with the string. And oop. Strings have a certain, way they want to bend, so you just kind of have to work with it. It looks like this one wants to come this way. Okay, got that tucked in as best I can. Might still need some adjustments where it feels good. It's pretty good. Okay. Alright, I'm back up there. So now I'm going to move this one aside and continue back what I was doing here. Unless you wanted to go around again, but I don't need to do that. Usually I'm using as much as I can of the string, so I would probably, instead of wrapping it around again, unless I really wanted that look, I would just want to conserve this string. Alright, let's see how many hoops want to be here. Kind of like how that looks. Maybe I'll keep it like this. Not with the ring. So I was thinking on a bracelet, I like to put more of these loops down here because it will help offset the weight up top, like your design. But I don't need to do that on a ring. Kind of like that, but keep going. I like the look of 6. We'll keep it. I'll cut some of this string because we just don't need it. Okay, this one I'm letting kind of hang out. I'll probably clip him back there once we're all said and done, and he'll get soldered. Alright, so now you can use this piece as your design to help with your design. You can add stones. I wasn't really thinking about it, so let's do this guy. I like to use stones, or you know, if you're using beads, whichever, when they're cut like this and they have that little tiny bit by the hole. I want something with more than that. Something more centered like this. Has a greater chance of surviving you working on it. Bending the piece and not shattering. And something else. Don't have my glasses on, so I need to take those. And I wonder. Wonder how this will look. Kind of like that. Okay. So obviously you can do whatever you desire here. You could leave it like this with this arch and tie it off here. What I like about that is then these can kind of move back and forth. It's kind of fun. You can go and wrap in between these circles, put stones in between each one. I like bracelets like that. Might bring these guys, keep them closer to home, and wrap it like this. Can do a lot of detail work with these higher strings, thinner gauge. I'm gonna wrap all in between here. That's a little high. Sometimes you just gotta go back. This you're gonna have to unbend as you go, or else your string will get very unruly. Hard to work with. Gotta go all the way back apparently. That's a dangerous move if you saw what I just did. Alright. To carefully bring him to where I want. I don't want to crush the stone, so I'm being firm but gentle. Oh, I see. Okay, so I think putting it in there, I needed to go back here. Perhaps that's what I did. I was giving it too much space. Okay, that feels pretty tight. And that one on the bottom can still move, which is, I like that. Still got a little bit. I see where it once has been bending, and where I want it to bend is just a little up from that, so I'm gonna give it a little encouragement. Make sure it's behind there, and then, yeah. Watch these strings digging into your fingers. It happens. String is getting taut, so I have to be careful. I don't want to break it. So it breaks where it wants. Yeah. I'm keeping it tight here so it doesn't loosen like it did before. Okay, made it to the end, so I think because the string wants to loosen so much, I'm just gonna keep going, and we're gonna stick to 6. I would maybe normally see how that 7th loop looked. But I'm going to secure this piece. And since I did 6, I'll probably do 3. You can tighten as you go, really securing it on there. And you can also take it and really give it a tight pull. So I'm going to be soldering back here. So I kind of see this almost like the back. I'm going to try to keep it consistent back there. Really, the truth of it is, for rings, I would try to do it here on the inside so you don't see it at all. And let's do that. I'm going to get as close as I can. The gripped ones are very nice and what's the right word? Just solid. They'll do what you need, but just be careful of scratching the skin of the string. And these ones do the same without scratching. So here, I'm gonna cut also. You can kind of go from top to bottom, getting rid of all that excess string, making it tight. It's kind of loosened up a little in here. Ideally, I'd want to pull this out and tighten. Could feel it go like a whole notch tighter. And give it the encouragement with the tool. Now it's even almost too long. Watch your little clippings. Use this guide, strength. Refine with this one. you get that very edge, very tip, and give it a nice bend. That'll be on top, but that'll be fine. He might need a little solder because he's sticking out. Okay, there, basically you have it. I'll chop him also. And I would solder him right back there. And then there you have it. And you can use that basic strategy for many different rings, many different things. Enjoy.